Hey friends, I am gonna do a little earplug review today. Those of you who have spent time with me know that I'm a huge fan of earplugs. I wear them not for like loud music or motorcycle bike riding or anything like that a lot of people usually do. I use them for regular life. Um, Especially around kids. So I have a 14-year-old who is much quieter now, but when we were in the early years, it was a lot louder and less predictable when loud sounds would happen. And so I wore earplugs like all the time, probably when I was with my kid for the first 10 years probably. And as a like parenting hack, I think it reduced my stress levels for sure because I wasn't having to deal with like unpredictable, we used to call them pterodactyl screeches, which are just a regular part of being a kid and and actually excuse me, important part of a kid being able to regulate their nervous system is to make sounds and screeches and squawks and exuberant things, and also to cry loudly, right? We know that when you're mobilized, vocalization is one of the ways that our nervous system can activate that vagus nerve brake pedal. But for me, all of that noise was really hard for my nervous system. So I wore earplugs all the time and then just like realized how great of a tool it was and now use them anytime that I'm like in a car with a bunch of teenagers in the back or in a movie theater or when I'm at synagogue for a service. Often there's like speakers that are a little bit louder than feels comfortable to me if I'm at like a party with a bunch of people. And then what I'll do is I'll just take them out and in if I want more like one-on-one conversation, which most of the earplugs that I have allow for that. The other thing is that I forgot to mention about when I was wearing them with my kiddo is that it reduced a lot of conflict for us because I wasn't having to ask him to be quiet. I could let him be as exuberant as he wanted vocally, and I was still supported. So I have three kinds here. The two of them are from Loops, which I'm a big fan of. These ones are the adjustable ones. They just have a like neck cord attached because uh, I got that when we had that puppy, and the puppy's barking was like so stressful to me. And so I was always wearing them again. And then, as you know, if you know me, we realized that I am not a dog person. So that puppy is now with another family. I'm very happy. But, anyways, these are adjustable ones, meaning that they have two settings, which I thought I was going to love, but I actually have found it to be a little bit like confusing and cumbersome. So there's like a little tab on the side that you can switch. It's kind of small and hard for me to navigate. It goes up and down into three different settings. And so supposedly you're able to get like the setting where you can hear people talk regular, the setting where you get a little bit more noise protection, and then all the way to the sleep setting where it's like the most noise protection. I have never been able to like keep track of or understand the little system of how to indicate which one you're on. It's on here somewhere, but it's so tiny and so dull, and I don't get it, and I can't really see it. So I don't know what setting they're on ever, which is why I don't use these as my regular everyday ones. They go in, this is how they look. Um, I really love the little neck chain because if I want to take them out, I can just magnet that thing together and they're right there. I will tell you that the way they designed this chain is for the earplug to be able to pop off this part so that you could like remove it from the neck chain. I ended up super gluing it on because it was popping up all the time and I was like losing my earplugs. Oh, the other place I bring these is to soccer games. I wear these every soccer game. Um, so they're very comfortable to me. Of all the earplugs I have, the loops are the most comfortable. And these ones, like I said, are the adjustable ones, but they're a little tricky for me. The other pair I have of loops are their sleep ones. They're the most like noise canceling. These ones I have in my bag and I pop them in for all sorts of things. And like if I'm at a soccer game, I'll keep one in and leave the one open to the one person I'm talking to or something like that. I would say about the loops or and all earplugs, they're so tiny, they're easy to get lost, and that can feel frustrating because they're expensive. Um, so the sleep ones, it's like you can't really carry on a regular conversation. Um, I can't sleep in them. I find them uncomfortable, but other people claim to be able to. They're very soft and squishy. Um, the only reason I have those as like the in my bag out and about way is because I lost the ones that were the like just able to talk every day ones. And these would be able to be that if I could figure out which settings they're supposed to be on. Um, so I saw an advertisement for these, and I thought I would give them a try because I'm always recommending earplugs. And if these were any better, I wanted to be able to recommend them. And these people have like best rating, all these things. It's called earpiece. And this is shaped a little different from the, let me show you, loops one. So the loops one just has one knob, and then this one has this like extra material down here. And this has this little thing that's the like ear noise canceling part that you can switch in and out of the different sizes. And instead of this like loop that you hold on to put into, it has this little tab. And I have tried them out this morning and I can't decide. There's more sound coming through this one. Um, so it might be a better like everyday choice. Let me compare it to this one. I don't think it's as comfortable. I can feel that place where the plastic ends and goes to another piece of plastic. This little flap. I can feel that and it feels slightly itchy or like irritating. So I think these ones are more comfortable, but these are maybe I could hear a little bit more easily, which these ones are the sleep ones, so that makes sense. So I might return these and then get another pair of the like everyday one of the loops that I could hear everyday conversation. I don't know if I'd be able to get used to these. Um, I might be able to, or it just feels a little itchy. It feels like, ooh, there's something that is scratching me. And I did buy a neck chain from this company to use with these. So if I were to get used to these, that would be a nice feature as well. Overall, I would say that people, I think, don't wear earplugs because they are embarrassed or they think they shouldn't need them. And that is what I would say is the thing that's worth most investigating. If you're a person, yeah, I can't even see where the like switches. There's like little circles, I think, that are indicating more like they're m- different size circles. Maybe the less circle is the one that lets more sound through. I don't know. I can't see it and I can't tell. I wish they had made it like bright yellow. But again, I think that people are embarrassed, right? Because they think like, I don't know what they think. They don't want people to see that they're wearing earplugs, I guess. I'm happy to have somebody see that I'm wearing earplugs, but I know that I'm maybe a little less wanting to look like everyone else than average bear. So I want to acknowledge that that's a component of it. And I think for a lot of us, sensitive, neurodivergent, autistic, ADHD folks, there's so much that you can access in terms of accommodations, and you are going to look like you're using accommodations. And that means that you're acknowledging that you need some support and that you benefit from support, and that your system doesn't function in the way that society says it should function, which really means grappling with your own internalized and externalized ableism. Um, so that is something that thankfully we have incredible people leading the way on, modeling and understanding ableism, and how to understand how that plays out in our society and within our own relationship with self, and beautiful people, leaders in disability justice world who are talking about these things. So if that's something that you're interested, I would encourage you to explore resources on ableism and internalized ableism, which means when we point ableism at ourselves and are, using that discrimination to limit our ability to, or willingness to, or permission to self to access accommodation, resources, support, decrease expectations, etc. Um, okay. I will say it is always with earplugs in, like it's a different experience to talk. So getting used to that takes an adjustment. And no earplugs I have found are perfect and feel like you don't have earplugs in, but they sure do. Ugh, make it way more likely that I'm gonna not leave an event fried, or a soccer game feeling like, I've been yelling the whole time, um, or having lots of like conflict and exhaustion from being around my kid and all the little friends. So let me know if you found another pair of earplugs that you like. I am always on the lookout, and I'll put the links to all of these in the description. Lots of love.